Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the incredible journey of Saquon Barkley, from his early days at Penn State to becoming one of the NFL's most dominant running backs. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update. Let's jump right in. Barkley was born in the Bronx, New York, to Oliver Barkley, a boxer, and Tanya Johnson. He has 3 brothers and 2 sisters. His brother, Oliver Jr., was a baseball player drafted by the Los Angeles Angels, and his great-uncle is former WBC middleweight champion Saquon Barkley. In 2001, Barkley's family moved to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, seeking a safer suburban environment. They later relocated to Allentown and, in 2005, to Copley, Pennsylvania. He attended Whitehall High School, competing in the Eastern Pennsylvania Conference, known for producing top NFL talent. At Whitehall, Barkley rushed for 3,646 yards and 63 touchdowns from his sophomore to senior years, including 1,856 yards and 31 touchdowns as a senior. He was a 4-star recruit who initially committed to Rutgers before switching to Penn State. In 2014, he was co-winner of the Mr. Pennsylvania Football Award for the state's top AAA/Quad A player. Beyond football, Barkley excelled in basketball and track. As a senior in 2015, he won Eastern Pennsylvania Conference gold medals in the 100-meter dash, 11.15 seconds, and long jump, 22 feet 2.5 inches or 6.77 m, at the PIAA District 11 meet. He also set a Whitehall High School record with a 10.90-second 100-meter dash. His personal bests included 46 feet 2.5 inches, 14.08 meters, in shot put and 6 feet 0 inches, 1.83 meters in the high jump. Regarded as a top NCAA Division I football prospect, Barkley received multiple scholarship offers from schools like Missouri, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Pitt, Rutgers, Syracuse, and Temple. He ultimately chose Penn State, where he would continue his football career and solidify his reputation as one of the most talented running backs in the country. Entering the 2018 NFL Draft, Barkley was projected to be a top 10 pick. As the draft approached, his stock soared, with some mock drafts placing him as high as the 2nd overall selection, the highest for a running back since Reggie Bush in 2006. Even ESPN analyst Mel Kiper Jr., known for opposing first-round running back selections, described Barkley as a once-in-a-lifetime talent. At the NFL Combine, Barkley impressed with a 4.4-second 40-yard dash and 29 bench press reps of 225 pounds, tying for the most among running backs. The Cleveland Browns considered selecting him 1st overall, which would have made him the first running back to do so since Penn State's Keyjana Carter in 1995. Ultimately, the New York Giants selected Barkley 2nd overall. He signed a 4-year, $31.2 million fully guaranteed contract on July 22, 2018. Barkley made an immediate impact, scoring a 68-yard touchdown in his debut against Jacksonville, finishing with 106 rushing yards. In Week 2, he set a Giants franchise record with 14 receptions. He had several standout performances, including 229 all-purpose yards against the Eagles in Week 6 and a career-high 142 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns against Tampa Bay in Week 11. By season's end, he surpassed 1,000 rushing yards and set the Giants' rookie record with 15 touchdowns. Barkley was named to the Pro Bowl and won multiple awards, including AP Offensive Rookie of the Year and Pepsi Rookie of the Year. In 2019, Barkley was named a team captain. He started strong with 120 rushing yards in Week 1, but a high ankle sprain in Week 3 sidelined him for several weeks. He returned in Week 7 and finished the season strong, rushing for a career-high 189 yards in Week 16 and becoming the first Giants running back to record consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. He was ranked 31st on the NFL's top 100 players of 2020. The 2020 season was cut short in Week 2 when Barkley suffered a torn ACL against Chicago. He was placed on injured reserve and missed the rest of the season. In 2021, the Giants picked up his 5th-year option, but his return was hampered by injuries, including a Week 5 ankle sprain. He finished the season with 593 rushing yards and 4 total touchdowns in 13 games. In 2022, Barkley returned to form, rushing for 164 yards and a touchdown in Week 1 against Tennessee, earning NFC Offensive Player of the Week honors. He finished the season with 1,312 rushing yards, ranking 1st in the NFC and 4th in the NFL. He helped lead the Giants to a playoff win over Minnesota and was named to the Pro Bowl. In 2023, the Giants placed the non-exclusive franchise tag on Barkley, which he later signed with added incentives. He had notable performances, including 128 rushing yards in Week 8 against the Jets and 2 receiving touchdowns in Week 11. He finished the season with 962 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns, and 4 receiving touchdowns. On March 13, 2024, Saquon Barkley signed a 3-year, $37.75 million contract with the Philadelphia Eagles, including $26 million guaranteed, with potential earnings of up to $46.75 million through bonuses. Before signing, Barkley expressed frustration with the New York Giants' handling of contract negotiations, calling their approach disrespectful and feeling that being forced to test free agency was a slap in the face. Barkley made an immediate impact in his Eagles debut on September 6, 2024, rushing for 109 yards with 2 rushing touchdowns and adding a receiving touchdown in a 34-29 win over the Packers. He became the first Eagles player since Terrell Owens in 2004 to score 3 touchdowns in his debut, earning NFC Offensive Player of the Week honors. In Week 2, he rushed for 95 yards and caught 4 passes for 21 yards, but a late drop contributed to a 22-21 loss against the Falcons. Barkley bounced back in Week 3 with 147 rushing yards and 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns in a 15-12 win over the Saints. Returning to MetLife Stadium in Week 7, Barkley torched his former team, the Giants, with 176 rushing yards and a touchdown on 17 carries in a dominant 28-3 victory, earning his second NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. In Week 9, he recorded 159 rushing yards and 199 total yards with 2 touchdowns, including a highlight reel hurdle over a defender, in a 28-23 win over the Jaguars, again earning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He followed this with another stellar performance in Week 11, totaling 198 yards and scoring 2 late touchdowns in a 26-18 win over Washington. Barkley had his most explosive game of the season in Week 12 against the Rams, racking up 255 rushing yards and 302 total yards, including multiple 70-yard touchdowns. This performance broke the Eagles' single-game rushing record and earned him his 4th NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. In Week 13, he rushed for over 100 yards and scored a crucial fourth-quarter touchdown to lead the Eagles to their 8th consecutive win over the Ravens. The following week, he surpassed LeSean McCoy's franchise single-season rushing record, finishing with 124 yards. In Week 17, Barkley rushed for 167 yards, surpassing 2,000 rushing yards for the season, becoming just the 9th player in NFL history to do so. Heading into the season finale, he was 101 yards away from breaking Eric Dickerson's single-season rushing record. However, with the Eagles having secured the NFC East title and the number 2 playoff seed, head coach Nick Sirianni rested him, ending his season with a league-leading 2,283 yards from scrimmage and 15 total touchdowns. Barkley was named First-Team All-Pro, won the Offensive Player of the Year award, and finished 3rd in MVP voting. In the playoffs, Barkley rushed for 119 yards in the wild card round as the Eagles defeated the Packers 22-10. He then dominated the Rams in the divisional round with 205 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, both on runs of over 60 yards, leading the Eagles to a 28-22 win. In the NFC Championship against Washington, he ran for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Eagles cruised to a 55-23 victory, securing a spot in Super Bowl 59. Saquon Barkley has 2 children with his fiancée, Anna Congdon, whom he met while attending Penn State. He is also a devout Christian. In 2018, the Pennsylvania General Assembly designated March 14 as Saquon Barkley Day to honor his achievements. To celebrate, Barkley and his family participated in a hometown parade in Copley, Pennsylvania, featuring the Whitehall High School marching band and children from his former youth football league. In 2025, Barkley starred in a Super Bowl commercial for the financial technology company Ramp, a business he had personally invested in. And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed today's video on. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join the community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.